Part 1. Before the Throne. Prologue. The silence before power, before the roar that shattered the stillness, before the thunder of countless footsteps shaking the very foundations of the world, before bone crushed against bone beneath jaws of unstoppable primordial might. There was only silence, an all-encompassing, expectant silence. 252 million years ago, our Earth teetered on the brink of annihilation, nearly died, snuffed out like a candle in a hurricane. The Permian mass extinction, a cataclysm of unimaginable scale, erased nearly 90% of marine life from the oceans and over 70% of terrestrial species from the land. Entire ecosystems built over eons vanished without a trace. Forests, once vibrant and teeming with life, collapsed into petrified wastelands. Oceans stagnated, choked by decay. The planet transformed into a silent graveyard, a testament to evolutionary failure on a scale previously unseen. The air itself grew thick and poisonous, and yet even in utter devastation, extinction is not merely an ending, it is an opening, a raw, brutal reset. From the wreckage of that broken world, new lineages, tenacious and resilient, crept forward tentatively at first. Small reptiles, survivors against all odds, adapted to a planet stripped bare, a world reborn in fire and ash. The continents were fused into one vast supercontinent. Pangaea, a colossal landmass stretching from pole to pole. Deserts, immense and unforgiving, stretched across vast interiors, baking under a relentless
This femur is
sun.
massive. It could be a new species.
Climate was harsh, unstable, and
the
unforgiving.
texture confirms it's fossilized.
Constant test of
Absolutely
survival.
incredible.
Among these survivors, clinging to life in the margins, were archosaurs. They were not yet kings, not yet the dominant force, but they would become the ancestors of something far greater, something that would, in time, inherit the Earth. Chapter 1. The First Dinosaurs. The first true dinosaurs emerged from the evolutionary crucible in the late Triassic period, roughly 230 million years ago. They were harbingers of a new era. They were not giants towering over the landscape. They were not dominant, unchallenged masters of their domain. They were small, lightly built bipeds, nimble creatures navigating a dangerous world still ruled by other reptilian groups, ancient lineages clinging to power. Early dinosaurs such as Eoraptor and Herrerasaurus were predators, swift and agile hunters, but modest in size compared to the titans that would follow in their footsteps. What separated dinosaurs from other reptiles of their time was not size nor brute strength, but structure, a subtle yet profound difference in their anatomy. Their legs were positioned directly beneath their bodies rather than sprawled out to the sides, a characteristic shared with modern mammals and birds. This gave them greater efficiency and endurance, allowing them to cover more ground with less effort. It allowed longer strides, a more upright posture. It meant they could move differently, faster, more efficiently than anything that had come before.
The simulations are accelerating.
This seemingly small change in posture would change everything.
Incredible. The holograms
It
make
was
it
the
feel so
key
real.
that unlocked their potential. Over millions of years, as climates shifted, as environments changed, and as competitors declined, dinosaurs diversified, branching out into a dazzling array of forms and sizes. They split into two great branches based on hip structure, a seemingly arbitrary distinction that would define their evolutionary paths. Saurischians, the lizard-hipped dinosaurs, characterized by a pubis bone that pointed forward. Ornithischians, the bird-hipped dinosaurs, possessing a pubis bone that pointed backward. Ironically, and defying all logic, birds, the rulers of the modern stars, would evolve not from the bird-hipped dinosaurs, but from the lizard-hipped group. Evolution does not care for neat categories. It scorns human attempts at classification. It cares only for survival, for adaptation, for the continuation of life. Chapter 2. The Rise of the Jurassic Titans. By the Jurassic period, roughly 201 million years ago, the world had changed again, transformed by the relentless march of geological
with a
time.
Triceratops calf.
Pangaea, the
Yes, it's a
supercontinent,
nurturing
began to
moment.
break apart,
Documenting this now.
fractured by tectonic forces. Oceans widened, separating land masses and creating new environments. Humid climates spread across lush landscapes. fostering a riot of plant life.
These bite marks on the branches are from
Ferns, cycads,
Edmontosaurus.
and conifers
Their feeding
dominated
habits shape
vast
the entire
forests, providing
ecosystem, creating
sustenance
paths
for a
through the
growing
undergrowth.
menagerie of
This
herbivorous
landscape
dinosaurs.
is a direct result of their impact.
Dinosaurs seized
Look how the
opportunity.
vegetation has
They
thrived.
exploded in
It's
size and
incredible.
diversity,
The dung
filling
from the
every available
Edmontosaurus has
niche.
completely revitalized the soil.
Among the most
The herd
spectacular
looks
were the
healthy.
sauropods,
Transformation is
the
remarkable.
long-necked giants, the largest land animals that have ever walked the earth. Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, Brachiosaurus, these animals stretched beyond imagination, defying the limits of biological possibility. Some exceeded 25 to 30 meters, their bodies like living skyscrapers. Necks alone contained elongated vertebrae, ingeniously engineered by evolution to reach high foliage to browse on treetops like mobile giraffes. Contrary to early depictions, informed by limited understanding, sauropods were not swamp-bound beasts, sluggishly struggling under their own immense weight. Their bones were laced with air sacs, an internal scaffolding that reduced mass without sacrificing strength, making them surprisingly lightweight for their size. Their column-like legs, thick and powerful, supported tremendous loads efficiently, distributing weight evenly across their massive frames. Argentinosaurus, appearing later in the Cretaceous, may have weighed close to 100 tons, a weight that dwarfs even the largest elephants. To stand beside such an animal would be to stand beside a moving building, a behemoth of flesh and bone, a testament to the power of
The
evolution.
melanosome structure is remarkably
And yet they were
preserved.
herbivores, gentle giants peacefully
Broad-shaped,
coexisting in a
distinct layering,
vibrant
noting the
ecosystem.
details.
Their teeth were adapted not for tearing flesh,
at them
but for
go, it's
stripping
incredible.
vegetation, for
Fascinating. The
efficiently
migration
cropping
pattern is
leaves from
unprecedented.
There are
branches.
so many.
The whole
Some
valley is
swallowed
full.
stones,
Documenting now. Note the dust
gastroliths,
trails.
This is
to help
history in the
grind
making.
plant matter in their stomachs, acting as internal mills to aid digestion. They shaped entire ecosystems. Their presence a force of nature, forests bent to their feeding habits, sculpted by their browsing. Their dung fertilized the soil, enriching the land and promoting plant growth. Their migrations carved paths across landscapes, leaving indelible marks on the earth. They were living engines of environmental change, their impact profound and far-reaching. Chapter 3, Predators in the Shadows. But evolution, in its endless creativity, does not produce giants without also producing hunters, creatures capable of challenging them, of keeping their populations
The olfactory
in check.
bulbs are enlarged,
Theropods,
indicating
the
a strong
bipedal
sense of smell.
carnivorous dinosaurs,
These match the
refined the
notes
art
from the
of predation,
Velociraptor study.
evolving into apex
Placing this
predators
here
of
for the database.
unparalleled ferocity. Allosaurus prowled Jurassic landscapes, a formidable hunter, agile, sharp-toothed, for pursuit, likely hunted in opportunistic fashion, targeting vulnerable prey, the young, the old, the sick. Later came the dromaeosaurs, small, feathered predators such as Velociraptor and Deinonychus, fearsome hunters despite their relatively diminutive size. Contrary to popular cinema, driven by artistic license, Velociraptor was not
The
human-sized.
texture here is
It was
incredibly
closer to a
preserved.
turkey in height, a sleek
Zooming
and
out
deadly
reveals the full
package,
structure,
but size deceives.
documenting the
Velociraptor
horn and
possessed
frill
a curved
proportions.
sickle claw on each foot, a deadly weapon held off the ground when running, deployed with lethal precision. Its forelimbs bore feathers, delicate structures that hinted at its avian ancestry. Evidence
Frill
suggests many
textures emerging, it's
theropods were
exceptionally
feathered
preserved.
long before birds
Nasal
achieved
horn base
powered
matches the
flight,
juvenile growth pattern.
blurring the lines
These
between
orbital features
dinosaur and
confirm the
bird.
species. This is a major
Feathers
find.
likely evolved for insulation or display, serving to regulate body temperature or attract mates before being co-opted for gliding in flight. Dinosaurs were not merely reptiles scaled in monotone gray as often portrayed in outdated illustrations. They may have been vibrant, colorful creatures adorned with intricate patterns and striking hues. Fossilized melanosomes, microscopic pigment structures, reveal that some species bore reddish, black, or patterned feathers, a glimpse into their hidden beauty. The Mesozoic world was not colorless, a drab landscape of reptilian monotony. It was alive in hues we are only beginning to imagine, a dazzling tapestry of life and color. Chapter 4, Intelligence and Behavior. Dinosaurs were not mindless brutes, driven solely by instinct. Fossilized trackways show herds traveling together, moving in coordinated groups. Nesting grounds reveal organized colonies, suggesting complex social structures. Myasara, meaning good mother lizard, was discovered alongside nests and juveniles, compelling evidence of parental care, of mothers nurturing their young. Some species guarded eggs, fiercely protecting their precious offspring from harm. Others fed hatchlings, providing nourishment and care in their vulnerable early stages. Bone histology, microscopic study of bone structure, reveals growth rings similar to trees, providing insights into their life cycles. These rings show rapid adolescent growth spurts in many species, periods of intense development. Teenage dinosaurs experienced explosive development fueled by prodigious appetites. Some gained several kilograms per day, their bodies transforming at an astonishing rate. And then there was the brain, the seat of intelligence. While not comparable to mammals in complexity, certain theropods had relatively large brain-to-body ratios, suggesting higher cognitive abilities. Endocasts, internal molds of brain cavities, suggest keen senses of smell and balance, allowing them to navigate their world with greater awareness. Parasaurolophus bore a long, hollow cranial crest, a distinctive feature. Acoustic modeling suggests it may have produced resonant calls, perhaps for communication across distances, allowing them to communicate across vast territories. Imagine a Cretaceous dawn, mist rising from the forest floor, shrouding the landscape in an ethereal haze, and somewhere in the trees, a deep resonant call echoes, a sound that carries across miles. Dinosaurs were not silent. They communicated using a variety of vocalizations and visual displays. They competed, vying for resources and mates. They survived, adapting and thriving in a
Incredible
constantly
preservation.
changing
The
world.
barbs and rachis are clearly
Chapter
defined.
5, Armor and Defense.
This could be from a theropod.
Not all dinosaurs
Structure
hunted,
matches
not all
early
were
avian
predators.
forms.
Many evolved extraordinary defensive adaptations, armoring themselves against the dangers of their world. Triceratops carried 3 formidable horns and a thick frill, a fearsome display of defensive power. Its skull was massive, one of the largest of any land animal, a testament to its resilience. Ankylosaurus was encased in bony armor plates, a living fortress. Its tail ended in a heavy club, a devastating weapon capable of breaking bone with a single blow.
Look at this
Stegosaurus
incredible
bore plates
stratification.
along its spine
The layers
and
tell a
spikes on
story.
its tail,
It's amazing.
called
How
a
old is the
thagomizer,
formation?
named in a humorous
Millions of
tribute
years.
to
See
a
the
Far
uplift
Side
here?
comic.
It's a geological
The purpose
history
of
book.
these plates is debated. Thermoregulation, display, defense. Perhaps all three, a multifaceted adaptation serving multiple purposes. Dinosaurs
Behold
were
the
evolutionary
Archaeopteryx.
experiments
Its
at
sharp teeth and
scale,
clawed wings reveal
pushing the
reptilian
boundaries of
ancestry,
biological
but its feathers and
possibility.
wishbone show clear
Some
avian
became mobile
adaptations.
fortresses,
This is the perfect
armored
transitional
from head to
fossil,
toe.
bridging two major groups.
Others became
Look at the
living towers,
sauropods.
reaching for the sky.
They move in coordinated
Nature
groups.
pushed
Yes,
boundaries
and the
relentlessly,
Fascinating social
exploring
hierarchy.
every conceivable adaptation. Chapter 6, The Apex, Tyrannosaurus rex. Near the end of the Cretaceous, as the Age of Dinosaurs reached its zenith, one predator
parallel
rose above
alignment
all
is
others
remarkable.
in North America,
It suggests
creature
a
of
coordinated herd
unparalleled
migration.
power and ferocity.
The gait depth indicates
Tyrannosaurus
adults
rex,
leading the
over
group.
12 meters long, a colossal predator,
Incredible.
up to 10 tons,
The
a
entire
mountain of
bone
muscle
bed
and
is
bone,
alive.
a skull measuring more than 1.
I've never
5
seen
meters,
anything
a
like this
bone-crushing
scale.
weapon. Its bite force, estimated between 30,000 and 60,000 newtons, was among the strongest ever recorded for a terrestrial animal, a force capable of shattering bone with ease. Like slicing predators with blade-like teeth designed for shearing flesh, T-Rex possessed thick banana-shaped teeth built to withstand crushing forces to pulverize bone. Fossils reveal shattered bones bearing T-Rex bite marks, a testament to its destructive power. Did not delicately remove flesh, it obliterated, leaving behind a scene of carnage. Its forward-facing eyes provided binocular vision, granting it depth perception and enhanced hunting
This
ability.
Triceratops specimen is
olfactory
remarkably
bulbs were
preserved. Let's
massive,
get a sample.
indicating
Careful
an
now, just a
exceptional
few more
sense of
taps.
smell, allowing it to detect
Got it.
carrion from
Clean
miles
fragment
away.
for analysis.
Juveniles were slimmer, faster, more agile hunters. Adults became bone-crushing specialists, masters of their domain, and then, 66 million years ago, the sky changed, heralding the end of an era. End of part 1. The reign of dinosaurs spanned more than 160 million years, a testament to their evolutionary success. But dominance does not guarantee permanence. Part 2, we will enter the final Cretaceous ecosystems in detail, exploring their intricate web of life. The Chicxulub impact and the day the sky burned, a cataclysm that shook the world. How birds survived when giants fell, a story of resilience and adaptation. the fossil record that rewrote history, revealing the secrets of the past, and the long-shadow dinosaurs cast into our modern world, their legacy enduring in unexpected ways. Part 2. The Last Days of Empires. Chapter 7. The Cretaceous World at its peak. By the late Cretaceous, Earth was unrecognizable from its Triassic origins, transformed by millions of years of geological and biological change. Continents had drifted apart, fragmenting Pangaea into familiar shapes. Oceans divided land masses into new ecological arenas, creating isolated island ecosystems and fostering unique evolutionary pathways. Flowering plants, angiosperms, had begun to spread, transforming forests and plains with new food sources, diversifying the food web and creating new opportunities for herbivores. Dinosaurs did not merely survive these changes, clinging precariously to existence. They adapted to them, thriving in a world increasingly shaped by their presence. Duck-billed hadrosaurs evolved complex dental batteries, hundreds of tightly packed teeth capable of grinding tough vegetation, allowing them to efficiently process the abundant plant life. Edmontosaurus and its relatives grazed in massive herds, reshaping landscapes as they moved, their impact comparable to that of modern-day elephants. Ceratopsians diversified, evolving into a stunning array of horned species. Triceratops was only one of many, each with its own unique frill and horn configuration. Their frills may have displayed bright coloration, signaling maturity, dominance, or species identity.
Look at the rib structure, it's
communicating their
remarkably
status
intact.
to others.
And the skull. The crest is more
Ankylosaurs
pronounced than the
continued
others.
refining armor,
This could be a new
some
species. We need to
species
date the
carrying
strata.
spikes along
Agreed.
their flanks
This is a
like
major
medieval
find.
war machines, becoming virtually invulnerable to attack. Theropods evolved in parallel, diversifying into a range of forms and sizes. Some became giants, apex predators ruling their respective domains. Others shrank, becoming swift and agile hunters of smaller prey. Evolution did not follow a single path, a predetermined course. It explored every possibility, experimenting with a dazzling array of forms and functions. Chapter 8. The Feathered Revolution. For decades, dinosaurs were depicted as oversized reptiles, scaly, cold, primitive, relics of a bygone era. Then the fossil beds of Liaoning province in China changed everything, shattering long-held assumptions. Preserved in fine volcanic ash like insects trapped in amber,
The erosion
were
patterns suggest a
extraordinary
massive
fossils.
flood, not gradual
Dinosaurs
change.
with
But the sediment layers
feathers,
contradict that. I'm
proving that
noting the
dinosaurs were
anomalies.
far
Look at the
more
impact zone.
complex
It lacks
and
some theory.
diverse than
I'll record the
previously
GPS
imagined.
coordinates. We need more data.
Sinosauropteryx, Microraptor, Caudipteryx, not mere impressions, faint outlines in the rock, actual feather structures, perfectly preserved, revealing their intricate details. Suddenly, the line between bird and dinosaur blurred, becoming almost indistinguishable. Feathers predated flight, evolving long before dinosaurs took to the skies. They evolved for warmth, providing insulation against the cold, for display, attracting mates with vibrant colors and intricate patterns, for mating rituals, enhancing courtship displays, for camouflage, blending in with their surroundings. Small theropods likely shimmered with patterns, adorned with iridescent hues. Some may have flashed iridescent feathers in courtship, dazzling potential mates. Microraptor possessed flight feathers on both forelimbs and hindlimbs, suggesting gliding between trees, a four-winged dinosaur soaring through the ancient forests. Flight itself evolved from these small feathered ancestors,
The size of that herd
transforming their
stretches
world
for
forever.
miles.
Incredible.
Archaeopteryx,
Bone
long
density here
considered
is
the
off the
first
charts.
bird, was not
Migration
fully
patterns
bird
are
nor
clear.
fully
This changes
dinosaur,
everything.
a transitional form blurring the lines between two distinct groups. It was both a mosaic of reptilian and avian characteristics. The sky was claimed not by something new, but by dinosaurs evolving beyond the ground, their lineage soaring to new heights. Chapter 9. Social Lives of Giants. Dinosaurs were not solitary shadows drifting across empty landscapes, roaming alone in a desolate world. Evidence suggests complexity, intricate social structures, and behaviors. Mass death sites show herds of hadrosaurs preserved together, perhaps caught in floods, victims of a sudden catastrophe. Trackways in Colorado reveal parallel footprints of multiple individuals traveling in the same direction, suggesting coordinated movement. Juveniles may have stayed in nurseries while adults foraged, protecting their young from predators. Bone beds of Centrosaurus show hundreds of individuals gathered together, a massive herd moving across the landscape. Why gather? Protection, safety in numbers, mating, opportunities for reproduction, migration, traveling to find food and water. Even predators may have tolerated temporary proximity during feeding events, drawn together by the
skeleton over there
abundance
is
of
incredible.
food.
Right, see the rib
The
curvature?
Cretaceous was not a lonely world.
A perfect
It
match.
was alive with movement, with the sounds of dinosaurs communicating and interacting. Chapter 10, the apex ecosystems. In western North America, then called Laramidia, Tyrannosaurus rex reigned supreme, the undisputed king of its domain. But it did not rule an empty throne, a desolate wasteland. It shared its environment with Triceratops, a formidable herbivore with 3 horns and a massive frill. Edmontosaurus, a duck-billed dinosaur that grazed in massive herds.
The herd is moving towards the riverbed.
Ankylosaurus, an armored dinosaur protected by bony plates. Pachycephalosaurus, a bone-headed dinosaur with a thick skull. Smaller raptors, agile predators that hunted in the shadows. And early mammals, tiny, mostly nocturnal, surviving beneath the shadow of giants biding their time.
The sheer force
Forests
here
teemed
is
with
critical.
insects buzzing
Confirmed
with
by the
life.
field samples.
Rivers supported
So the expansion
crocodilians
aligns
and
with our model.
turtles.
Precisely.
Ancient
Let's
lineages
cross-check
that
the integrals.
persisted through time. Flying pterosaurs soared overhead, though they were not dinosaurs, sharing the skies with their dinosaurian cousins. The ecosystem was balanced, a delicate equilibrium maintained for millions of years, until it wasn't, until a cosmic event shattered the world. Chapter 11, the day the sky burned. 66 million years ago, a mountain of rock fell from space, an asteroid hurtling towards Earth. Roughly 10 to 12 kilometers wide, a cosmic bullet on a collision
A massive
course.
stampede!
It struck
Thousands
near
of them
what is
running
now
wild!
the Yucatan Peninsula.
Something huge is coming, it's crashing right through him!
The Chicxulub impact.
It's unstoppable!
A moment that
The
changed
herd
the
is
course of
scattering!
life on Earth. The energy released was equivalent to billions of atomic bombs, an unimaginable explosion. Within seconds, shockwaves radiated outward, tearing through the landscape. Earthquakes shook continents, destabilizing the Earth. Megasu dust and carnivore chapter large and big birds in each one there, but we found copral dinosaur chapter in 8 Tyrannosaurus with each now evident so does or large others chapters micro yet even but birds avian dinosaurs continued their ancient lineage, evolving into a stunning array of forms and functions. They evolved beaks of every shape, adapted for a variety of diets. Talons for hunting, gripping prey with lethal precision, webbed feet for swimming, navigating aquatic environments, wings for soaring across oceans, conquering the skies. The tyrant king fell, the reign of the non-avian dinosaurs ended, but the dynasty endured, surviving in a new form. Chapter 18, the legacy in human imagination. Dinosaurs
Note the faint
captivate us
stripes along
because
the
they
tail.
represent scale beyond our
The
experience,
reddish-brown
challenging our
coloration
perception of
shown
the
here
world.
was
They
likely
were
for
real
camouflage in its
dragons,
environment.
inspiring awe and wonder.
Anchiornis, a
Real
small feathered
titans,
dinosaur with
forces of
vibrant
nature.
plumage.
Their
Its
bones
coloration
inspire
likely played a
awe,
role in
connecting
display,
us to a
species
distant
recognition,
past.
and courtship.
Cinema
Vibrant feathers could
magnifies
signal
them,
fitness to
bringing them
potential
life
mates.
on the big screen, but the truth is already astonishing, more incredible than any fiction. They were not monsters invented by imagination. They were evolutionary achievements forged by deep time, shaped by millions of years of natural selection. Epilogue, the echo of thunder. Imagine standing on a late Cretaceous plain, a window into the past. Humidity thick in the air, the scent of vegetation heavy on the breeze, fern leaves trembling, rustling in the wind, and in the distance, a shape moves, a massive silhouette against the horizon. Massive, dwarfing anything you have ever seen. Measured, moving with deliberate power. Alive, a creature of flesh and blood. The ground vibrates, a deep rumble that resonates through your bones. Not from myth, not from imagination, but from muscle and bone, from the weight of a living giant. That world is gone, lost to the mists of time, yet not entirely. Their legacy endures. When a bird takes flight, when wings beat against modern skies, the age of dinosaurs breathes again, their memory echoing through time. They ruled the Earth for over 160 million years, an unparalleled reign. Humans have barely begun our chapter, our time on Earth relatively short. If deep time teaches anything, it is humility, a reminder of our place in the vastness of time. The throne of Earth is never permanent, constantly shifting, but once, for an era almost beyond comprehension, it belonged to dinosaurs, the rulers of a prehistoric world. Part 3, The Science of Titans. Chapter 19, The Engineering of Titans. How does an animal weighing 70, even 100 tons move without collapsing under its own weight, defying the laws of physics? Sauropods were not accidents of excess, ungainly creatures barely able to support their own weight. They were masterpieces of biological engineering, exquisitely adapted to their environment. Their bones were pneumatic, filled with air sacs similar to modern birds, and internal scaffolding that reduced mass while maintaining structural strength. This made them surprisingly lightweight for their size, reducing the strain on their limbs. Their vertebrae were elongated but honeycombed inside, distributing stress evenly throughout the bone. Their legs functioned like living pillars, thick and powerful. Like mammals, which have more flexed limb postures, sauropods kept their limbs nearly straight beneath their bodies, reducing muscular strain and providing greater stability. Even their necks were marvels of engineering. Though incredibly long, they did not contain hundreds of bones, which would have made them too heavy and inflexible. Instead, each vertebra was stretched
All right,
and
let's
lightened,
get this area cleared out.
minimizing weight without sacrificing
Bulldozer, move in and push that
Blood
rubble.
circulation to the head, perched
Good,
meters above
keep
the
it moving.
heart, remains debated, a challenge for their circulatory systems. Some researchers propose specialized cardiovascular adaptations, such as multiple hearts or extremely powerful pumps. Others suggest they may not have held their necks upright as often as once imagined, browsing at lower levels. Still, they worked. These magnificent creatures defied
Foundation
the odds.
looks good. Rebar
For
spacing is
tens of
tight.
millions of years, they roamed the Earth, a testament to the power
The
of
elevation
evolution.
mark here seems
Chapter
off.
20,
Good catch.
The
We'll
mathematics
adjust that.
of predation. To understand the terror of large theropods, we must understand physics, the forces that shape their bodies and their hunting strategies. Tyrannosaurus rex's skull was not simply large, it was reinforced, designed to withstand immense forces. Thick nasal bones fused together, distributing bite forces across the skull, preventing it from shattering. Its teeth were not blade-like like a shark's, designed for slicing flesh. They were thick, conical, built to withstand stress, capable of crushing bone. Biomechanical simulations show T-Rex could puncture bone and hold fast while twisting its neck, tearing flesh free in chunks, a devastating hunting technique. Unlike modern predators that slice and wait for blood loss, T-Rex may have inflicted catastrophic trauma instantly,
My
killing
herd
its
and
prey
these
with a
ancient
single
giants,
bite.
all in
Its
perfect
jaw
harmony.
joints allowed slight
Never thought I'd see
flexibility,
the day.
absorbing shock, preventing injury during powerful bites. Even the shape
the
of
neural
its
spines
teeth,
on these vertebrae.
serrated
This
but
was a massive
robust, was
hadrosaur.
optimized for
Incredible
bone
preservation.
crushing, a
The sediment
deadly
layers suggest
combination
a
of
floodplain
cutting and
deposit.
crushing power.
Let's get some measurements.
This was not elegance, not finesse. This was devastation, a brute force approach to predation. Chapter 21, Speed, Balance, and the Tail. How fast could dinosaurs run, their feet pounding the earth? Early estimates exaggerated speed inspired by artistic license. Later biomechanical models reduced them, taking into account their size and weight. For T-Rex, estimates now range around 17 to 25 kilometers per hour, a respectable speed for such a massive animal. But consider momentum, the force generated by its immense size. 9 tons moving at even 20 kilometers generates immense force, enough to knock down even the largest prey. Its tail was not decorative, a useless appendage. It acted as a dynamic counterbalance to its massive head, allowing it to maintain its balance while running. Ligaments, particularly the caudofemoralis muscle, connected the tail to the legs, contributing to stride power, enhancing its speed and agility. In smaller theropods, tails were stiffened for agility, allowing sharp turns while chasing prey, enabling them to pursue their targets with greater precision. Evolution did not create clumsy beasts, awkward and ungainly. It created athletes, scaled to impossible sizes, creatures perfectly adapted to their environments. Chapter 22, The Mystery of Color. For over a century, dinosaur skin was imagined as dull green or gray, a monotonous palette. Then came melanosome analysis, revolutionizing our understanding of dinosaur coloration. Microscopic pigment structures preserved in fossilized feathers revealed coloration patterns, providing a glimpse into their vibrant world. Sinosauropteryx likely had reddish-brown stripes along its tail, providing camouflage. Onchiornis may have possessed black and white wings with reddish crest feathers, a striking display of color. Color served purpose. Camouflage, blending in with their surroundings. Display, attracting mates with vibrant colors. Species recognition, distinguishing between different species. Courtship, enhancing mating displays. Large dinosaurs like T-Rex remain uncertain, but it is unlikely they were monochrome, devoid of color. The prehistoric world was likely vibrant, a riot of colors and patterns, not muted, not dull. Chapter 23. The Sound of the Mesozoic. What did dinosaurs sound like? What echoes filled their world? We do not know with certainty the sounds of the Mesozoic lost to time, but we can infer, drawing inferences from their modern-day relatives. Modern birds, descendants of theropods, produce complex calls, a symphony of chirps, songs, and whistles. Crocodilians, distant relatives, produce deep bellows and hisses, guttural sounds that resonate through the swamps. Parasaurolophus possessed a long, hollow crest connected to nasal passages. Acoustic modeling suggests it functioned as a resonating chamber, producing low-frequency calls, creating a distinctive sound. Perhaps herds communicated across distances, coordinating their movements. Perhaps predators signaled territory, warning rivals to stay away. The Mesozoic was not silent, a world devoid of sound. It echoed, filled with the calls and cries of dinosaurs. Chapter 24, Intelligence and Problem-Solving. Brain size relative to body mass suggests varying cognitive abilities, a key indicator of intelligence. Small theropods had proportionally larger brains than massive herbivores, suggesting greater cognitive abilities. Troodon, in particular, had a high encephalization quotient, leading some to speculate advanced behavior, perhaps even tool use. Though speculative, it is clear dinosaurs were not uniformly unintelligent, a misconception rooted in outdated views. Predators must track, stalk, calculate distance, relying on their intelligence to hunt effectively. Herd animals must coordinate movement, working together to protect themselves from predators. Survival demands awareness, the ability to perceive and react to their environment. Dinosaurs possessed it, evolving the cognitive abilities necessary to thrive in their world. Chapter 25, The Small Mammals in the Shadows. While dinosaurs ruled, mammals remained small, relegated to the shadows. They scurried in undergrowth, active primarily at night, avoiding confrontation with the dominant dinosaurs. They avoided confrontation, surviving by stealth and cunning. They survived by invisibility, remaining hidden from view. Yet they evolved fur, providing insulation, advanced hearing, allowing them to detect predators in the dark, and complex brains, enhancing their ability to survive. When the asteroid struck and giants fell, it was these small survivors who inherited the Earth, filling the ecological niches left vacant by the dinosaurs. Dominance is often temporary, a fleeting moment in geological time. Resilience is eternal, the key to long-term survival. Part 4, The Long Shadow. Chapter 26, The Fossil Renaissance. Modern paleontology uses tools unimaginable to 19th century scientists, revolutionizing our understanding of dinosaurs. CT scanning reveals internal bone structure, allowing us to study their anatomy in unprecedented detail. Finite element analysis models bite forces, revealing the power of their jaws. Isotope analysis reconstructs climate and diet, providing insights into their environment. 3D modeling recreates musculature, bringing their skeletons to life. We no longer see skeletons alone, static displays of bone. We see living systems, dynamic organisms adapted to their environments. With each decade, dinosaurs become less myth and more reality, their secrets slowly revealed. Chapter 27, The Debate That Continues. Science is not static, it is a constantly evolving process. New discoveries challenge old conclusions, forcing us to reevaluate our understanding. Was Spinosaurus fully aquatic, a swimming predator? How much feather coverage did large theropods possess? Were they fully feathered or partially scaled? Did some species display sexual dimorphism with males and females exhibiting different characteristics? Did T-Rex hunt cooperatively, working together in packs? Questions persist, mysteries remain unsolved. And that is the beauty of paleontology, the thrill of discovery. Dinosaurs continue to evolve. In our understanding, their story constantly being rewritten. Chapter 28, Lessons from Deep Time. Dinosaurs ruled for over 160 million years, an unparalleled reign. Human civilization spans mere thousands, a blink of an eye in geological time. Industrial society barely 2 centuries, a fleeting moment in history. Deep time dwarfs our perspective, humbling us with its vastness. The asteroid that ended dinosaurs was not personal, a targeted attack. It was cosmic randomness, a chance event that reshaped the course of life on Earth. Dominance offers no immunity from catastrophe, no protection from the forces of nature. The Earth changes, constantly evolving. Life adapts or vanishes, a constant struggle for survival. Chapter 29, The Living Dinosaurs. Look at a hawk soaring through the sky, pigeon pecking for food in the park, a crow cawing from a treetop. Observe hollow bones reducing their weight, feathers providing insulation and enabling flight. Air sacs enhancing their respiratory systems. Theropod ancestry is written into their anatomy, a testament to their dinosaurian heritage. Birds are not separate from dinosaurs, a distinct group. They are dinosaurs, living descendants of the mighty theropods. When wings beat against modern skies, it is not metaphor, not a symbolic representation. It is lineage, a direct connection to the age of dinosaurs. Final chapter, The Throne of Earth. Imagine standing at the edge of a Cretaceous forest, transported back in time. Humidity presses against your skin, the air thick with moisture. Insects hum, a chorus of buzzing and chirping. Leaves tremble, rustling in the breeze. From the trees emerges a shape, massive, deliberate, a creature from another world. The ground vibrates, a deep rumble that shakes your very core. This isn't fantasy spun from the loom of imagination. This is history etched in stone, whispered on the wind. For an astounding 160 million years, dinosaurs reigned supreme. They weren't just inhabitants. They were the architects of entire ecosystems, sculpting continents and forging evolutionary pathways that still resonate today. They were the prime engineers of vast primeval forests, their browsing shaping the undergrowth and dictating the flow of life. They were the architects of intricate food chains, each species a keystone in a delicate balance that sustained a vibrant world teeming with colossal herbivores and fearsome predators. Masters of land, they diversified into a breathtaking array of forms, from feathered hunters to armored behemoths, each perfectly adapted to their ecological niche. And yet, their reign, so seemingly eternal, crumbled, not through any inherent weakness, not through a failure of adaptation, but through a cosmic lottery, a celestial roll of the dice that landed on destruction, a cataclysm from the stars. Their bones now slumber in the embrace of stone, silent witnesses to eons of change, fossilized legacies of a lost world. Their descendants, the birds, fill the skies with song and flight, living testaments to the enduring power of evolution, a vibrant echo of their magnificent ancestors. Their story stretches across epochs, a geological epoch written in layers of sediment and fossilized remains. And ours? Our brief chapter has only just begun, a mere flicker in the vast expanse of deep time. If deep time, that sprawling chronicle of planetary change, teaches us anything, it is humility, a profound recognition of our own fleeting existence in the face of geological forces. The throne of Earth is never permanently occupied, no dominion absolute. The planet remembers all its tenants. Once, for an unimaginable span, it belonged to the dinosaurs, and for an age almost beyond comprehension, a testament to their enduring success and diversity. They ruled, they shaped the world we inherited, and their story continues to resonate, a cautionary tale and a source of endless fascination.